Flanagan versus Sunday Jeff.
Hello and welcome to 8-Bit ESD, a new show on the TSD Patreon that focuses on retro video games. In 2021, people are literally making millions streaming themselves playing video games. So never one to let a fad pass me by, I thought, what if we started a show where each episode I play a couple of video games against a different member of TSD Town. And here's how we're going to put our spin on the streaming video game angle. We are only going to play retro games on classic consoles. So that's the premise. And now let's meet my very first opponent ever on 8-Bit ESD. Ladies and gents, Mr. Sunday Jeff.
Clap for myself.
Were you aware that people are becoming millionaires just streaming themselves playing video games?
Being the social media guy that I am, I would say no. I have no idea people are doing this.
Now, I know my daughter watches people playing video games on YouTube. Really? I'm sure your daughter probably has watched a couple of videos of it. It is a phenomenon that I for one, have no idea why anybody would want to watch a stranger or even somebody they may know somehow, some way, but I don't get it. But you know what? I figured let's give it a shot. It is huge. It's
Jump
a fad right now. Yeah, I mean, we've never been afraid to jump on any other bandwagons, have we?
Oh, that's the truth there.
So I want to talk to you about the what systems you owned when you were a kid. What video game systems were you playing back in the day?
Well, my first system obviously was the Atari system.
Oh, you go all the way back to Atari.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. Well,
2600?
No, the original Atari.
Okay.
Joystick with the one red button. Much different than what we have today.
We're not going that retro today, but what other system did you have?
I had, after that, I had in television.
You had that too?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Dude, did you come from a rich family?
No, not really.
Wow, yeah, I mean...
Well, I don't even want to tell you what I had after that. I had ColecoVision after that. That was the system for me. I really like ColecoVision.
I remember all these systems. You were the rich kid, man, in the neighborhood. You had to have all those systems. Nobody in Highlands had all these systems. I don't live in Highlands. I know, that's what I'm saying, but nobody in Highlands where I grew up had any of these systems. You know, these were like big money. I mean, the only way we could play those games was go to Sears. I mean, remember when they had the display unit on display?
Why is that kid got a couch in front? A bag of popcorn and shit out there. It's like, that kid ever gonna leave? He's looking through the window since we opened.
Now, did you have the NES?
I did have NES.
The Nintendo NES, the game changer, as I like to refer to it, as far as home video game systems.
Yes.
Everybody had that. Like even in Highlands, we were finally able to afford a NES.
Christmas finally came to Highlands. Santa didn't forget about us. We are on the map.
What are your memories? Because my sister had the NES in our household. I was kind of intimidated by video games my whole life. I never really was one that was on the cutting edge or could, school anybody in video games. But my sister got the NES for Christmas, and she was really good at it, and she would beat my ass in everything. Everything. And it was so frustrating, but I was like, I loved the challenge of it. And she loved beating me. Like, what were your go-to games on the NES?
My games, I wasn't really crazy about the NES system. I got it because my brother actually had it.
Okay.
He was more of the video game guy than I was. But I only had select games. Like, I only wanted to play certain games. Like, when Atari came out, it was always Asteroids, Missile Command, Centipede. Those are the games that I liked. I didn't go out and get all the different games or whatever.
They were expensive too, man. Yeah, what was a cartridge game back then?
Well, nothing like what it is today, but...
Well, it had to be like $30 a pop back in 80s, early 80s
I didn't pay
money?
for it, so I don't remember. I'm sure they were pretty pricey.
I mean, did you live with Daddy Warbucks? Were you like Orphan Sunday Jeff? I mean, back in the day?
No, I was not Orphan Sunday Jeff.
Well, it was a joke about Little Orphan Annie, Daddy Warbucks.
Yes.
I don't know if that's too topical or not topical enough for this episode. But I've let the cat out of the bag. We are going to be playing the NES from the 1982, I believe it was released. But let me give you a little bit of rundown, Sunday Jeff, on the system we'll be using tonight.
What you got?
Released in the United States in October of 1985, the NES is one of the best-selling and important consoles of all time. with estimates that over 61 million consoles were sold worldwide. And the two games we're going to be playing today, two sports games, because those were the only games that I gravitated towards. Even as a kid, I was like, these shooting games, all these like puzzle games, they were just too frustrating for me.
Games I could play.
Yeah. It sounds like you like those kind of challenging games where you had to like walk around and find swords and
Yes.
and battle goblins and shit.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I want to play a game that has a set time period. You play 3 periods, and whoever's winning at the end of the game is the winner. None of this shit where I'm like, oh, I have to come back and play this game 18 weeks before I can win. No, man, I'm not into that. So that's why I loved two particular games on the NES, and those are the two games we're going to be playing tonight. Ice hockey.
No.
And were you familiar with ice hockey?
No.
Okay, let me give you a little bit of rundown on ice hockey. Ice hockey for the NES was a game of skating and slap shots, perfectly balanced, simple and fun, with just the right touch of planning and strategy to keep things interesting match after match. You could choose from 3 different player body types and outfit your team with any combination of them. Fast but weak were the skinny guys, brawny but slow were the fat guys, or the well-balanced middle ground normal guys. Every ice hockey player discovered their own perfect combination of men, and then it was on to the ice. This game often cracks the top 100 NES games of all time in many polls. And the second game tonight? Tecmo Bowl.
I have played that.
You have played
I have
Tecmo
played
Bowl.
that.
Tecmo Bowl was released for the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1989. It was the first console game to include real National Football League players via license from the NFL Players Association. The NES game has also been cited by various media outlets as one of the best sports video games ever made. So, Tecmo Bowl, thoughts on Tecmo Bowl? I mean, every guy who was into football our age, I have to think if you were playing an NES, you had to remember playing Tecmo Bowl.
I do. I really don't remember what it's looked like because I probably played it in 1989. That was probably the last time I played it.
Me too.
Considering like what you have football today, it's not even like playing a video game. You might as well just watch the TV and let it play itself. And you're watching football 24/7.
Very true. Yeah, what we're going to be playing tonight, it doesn't look anything like the video games that are being manufactured today, but I feel there's a little bit more charm in these old games because
Simplified.
Yeah,
Very simplified. 2 buttons. You don't have to worry about like how many. I got to switch this guy. Yeah.
2 buttons. That's all that it took in 1982 to have hours and hours of fun. And I guess this was called the gamepad or the keypad. I don't know what that was called.
Control pad.
Control pad. Yeah.
I was used to this.
What's that?
The joystick. You just had the one joystick.
Oh,
with the one red
I thought you were showing us what you did in the bathroom when
No.
when you.
That would be like this. We'd do some other ways.
That was also hours of fun when we were kids.
Yes. That's when we threw the video games away. It was like, whoa, hey, what's going on?
This is way better than a video game.
We don't need this. I'm playing idiot box.
Now, do you have any specific memories? Because I remember, not immediately, but after you had the console for a while, what was one of the things, I don't know if it was an old wives' tale or it actually worked, but do you remember blowing on the cartridges?
Yeah, for some reason, if it didn't work after a while, you used to take it out. Sometimes the games would actually
Here's a
lock
cartridge.
up, and you would just like blow. It'd be like
Show us a little.
like dust. Well, I always put my stuff back in the sleeves. This was like a lot of the stuff that you would see in most people's houses. Drinks spilled all over in the shit. But I'm saying I always took care of myself. I actually covered this up when I had my own. Not this, when I had Sega. But I used to cover this up. I used to just speak. I didn't want no dust getting in here. I mean, it's an electronic item. My brother would leave it up like this and shit. And like,
Doesn't this get him sitting over to the side? Doesn't this make so much sense now when you see him go get over to Jack's to get a CD and he's just like he's looking at it for like he's looking back into time trying to see.
But you know what? My stuff always worked. My stuff always worked.
So you never had to blow in a cartridge?
Never had to blow in a cartridge.
I can remember getting lightheaded, blowing on a cartridge so long and putting it in and getting so angry that it just wouldn't load. And then my sister would just take one little blow on it, put it in, it would work. And I would be like, how did you do that? Because I would try to train when she was out with her friends. She's much younger. She was 9 years younger than me. So she's like 14 and she's going out with her friends at night, I would go into her room and I would be like, I'm going to train on the ice hockey game. I'd play against the computer. But after a while, I got so lightheaded blowing on the cartridge, I'd be like, that's why I never became a professional game player.
For good reasons.
Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
To begin the match.
Good luck.
So we're going to start off with ice hockey first.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to put it into the system here.
Just, do I at least get
there's a game in here already.
Like a minute or two, just
Oh no, it's already in here. I thought we got a backup here. I see. Rupp. Okay. Push it down, right? You got to push it down.
Now it's all coming back to me.
It's been a while. It is
1982 all over again.
It's probably been since 1986 since I played this.
Yeah.
Wow, this is good. We're going back in time right now.
You ain't kidding.
Right. So I think that's one of the
makes you feel young.
One of the appeals of a game like this. I don't know if anybody out there
nostalgia
was alive, or hopefully this is going to connect with other people who are around and were playing this system, this console back then. That's what we're going for tonight. So let's see if we can accomplish that mission by starting ice hockey on the NES. Ready?
Ready.
Wow. Look at that.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, does that bring back memories?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Huh?
Look at those graphics.
Feels like you're at a rink, right, with the organ?
Oh, yeah. Feels like I'm at a real game right now.
A Casio organ. Oh, wait a minute. So I want to go to 2-player because we're going to be playing against each other. 1988 Nintendo copyright right there. 1988. What were you doing in 1988 on a Sunday night? We're here. It's a Sunday night in 2021. Probably playing Nintendo, right?
That's what I'm doing tonight.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna be one. I'm not gonna be USA because I'll let you be USA, but I'm gonna be Canada.
Huh.
Okay, who are you gonna be?
Where's Russia?
Oh, don't be red.
All right, I'll be USA.
Okay, so the speed. What would you like the speed at?
Speed of
the speed of the game.
Let's go fast, brother.
You want to go? Let's try it at 2. Let's try it at 2.
2.
Let's not. I don't think we're.
It only goes up to 5. Okay,
yeah.
let's do it 2.
And
well, having 2 buttons, I don't know how fast speed we could. How much.
I don't want to play like we're senior citizens here. Right. But I also don't want to play like we're young
3.
bucks
how
either.
We go 3?
No.
Well, so now it's bringing back memories of how you used to get beat. Always used to go with 3.
And we'll go with 10-minute periods.
You don't play 30 minutes.
Yeah, we'll play 30 minutes. I don't think it's real minutes though. I think it's sped up a little bit. All right, are you ready? So it's Canada, which for some reason is the green team, which I am, and Sunday Jeff is the blue team, USA. Let's begin the match. Okay, so now we get to pick your lineup. You want a fat guy, you want a medium-sized guy, or you want a little tiny guy?
Where's Fast Dude?
Fast Dude was a skinny guy. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go just like this. That's my lineup. 2 medium-sized guys that get them, and a skinny dude.
Well, how do I change this guy?
I think you just push your keypad. Now the buttons maybe. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
This is riveting content here as people are watching Sunday Jeff figure out how to change the players on his roster. Okay, you're in?
Yeah,
okay,
all right.
Okay. All right. I don't remember how to win a face-off, but okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, you won the face-off.
All right.
Well, there you go. You knocked down your ass.
Bam! Stole that shit. Look at that. Should have picked the skin.
No. Ooh, saving a beauty.
Where's my goalie? How do I control my goalie? Come on, defense. I think you've been practicing.
Not at all.
Look at you, fucking like fucking Harlem Globetrotters out there. Fucking don't tell me that.
Oh, I can't
say it. USA.
What was that? I forgot. How do you do that?